So now it's time to work on the route that will let us receive the text that the user is going to type, and also will let us respond and display the response here. So I'm going to head on over to our application, and in the index.py, I need here to create a route at app and then .root, and that route must be named /get, because in the index.html in the JavaScript, I have made a request to this /get. So I need here to have a route that has this /get. This is very, very important. And then I'm going to here create a function, and I'm going to name it get chatbot response. And this get chatbot response is obviously going to get, first of all, it's going to get the text from the user. Remember, the text from the user, which is this. So you need to get it. In order to get it, all you need to do is that you need to use the request, which is associated with, here associated with Flask. So you need to import it from Flask. Here you need to add a comma and then / and then request. This is very, very important. You need to import the request. And then using this request, I'm gonna call here the arguments, and then .get. Which argument do we want to get? Well, we want to get, remember, the key was, let me head on over back. The key was user message. So you need to pass the user message because it contains the user text. So the user message here in the get, you need to pass it here. And then you need to store this in a variable. Let me here say user text. And then now that we have the user text, we need to let the chatbot respond. And to let the chatbot respond, we already know that we can use the bot.get response. So I'm going to use here bot.get get response, get_response. And of course it takes this get response, takes the user text as a parameter, user text. And finally we need to return this to the user, because it would be just meaningless to create all of this without returning the response from the chatbot to the user. So we need here to say return, and this must also be passed. Remember, it must be passed inside the string because we want to return a string. So I'm going to say here str, and I'm going to pass the response inside that str. And now the chatbot is going to respond and send that response. But where is this response going to be sent? This response is going to be sent here to the callback function, which is this data, and it's going to be injected or added to these tags, and these tags will be injected into the chatbot, which is the conversation block. So it's going to be injected into our front end, and the user will be able to see that response from the chatbot.